Idea. In today's video we will be going over my unpopular K-pop opinions girl group edition. I know unpopular opinion videos are overdone now, but if you're here, clearly this is where you wanted to be. I just want to say I hope I don't offend anyone, but K-pop isn't that deep, so I really shouldn't. I love most of these groups, so there's no malice behind what I'm saying. If you're easily offended, this probably isn't the video for you, but this is my channel, so I will say what I want. This is only my second video, so please don't come for my editing or audio issues. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Red Velvet are not losing popularity. For some reason I've noticed it's become a lot more of an unpopular opinion to say that Red Velvet are still going strong in their 8th year. Red Velvet are recording their highest album sales ever in their career, as well as they are the girl group from the big three who have charted the best with their release this year, yet people still keep saying they are losing popularity? Their demand is still strong and the members themselves are reaching new peaks in popularity all the time? Irene's Work and Holiday is the most viewed material on SIG, with almost all her episodes reaching past 1 million views, and previously the most viewed video on the platform was only 65k views if I'm remembering correctly. Joy is booked and busy, all the members having things going on for themselves? So where is the decline? Red Velvet are the most viewed YouTube channel by a SM group, despite almost all of SM's currently active groups having considerably more content. Meanwhile, Red Velvet only started using their YouTube channel actively during ZZB era, despite them being an 8-year-old group. Red Velvet have become the easy target out of the big three girl groups, and it's starting to really piss me off. Feel My Rhythm is still the best release from a big three girl group this year, and I don't mind admitting it. So I'm not really 100% sure about how to go about expressing this, but I'll just say it like this. I think SSERAFIM's vocal line would have benefited from Garam's voice. I think Yoonjin and Chiwon are a great vocal line themselves, but I think their sound is kind of bland. I think Garam added a lot of color to the group vocally, so I think it's unfortunate that they no longer have her. I've recently been wondering how Sour Grapes would sound live now that Garam is no longer in the group, because IMO, that was really her song. I don't think the song will hit the same now. I think after Yoonjin, Garam was my favorite voice. I think Garam was an asset vocally, and I think for me she kind of made them higher in rankings for me in terms of vocally. I'm not sure where I'd place them now. I think her voice really stood out in the whole album, so I just wonder how differently the songs will sound live. No? Yoonji's thing is after Yoonjin and Chiwon now, so I hope they give her the lines she deserves. It is still early and they haven't released anything as Just 5 yet, so we'll see. Justice for Garam, and I stand on it. Y'all didn't even give her the time of day when it was very clear she was innocent. Y'all just wanted to join the hate train and ruined her career before it even started. If you took part in that, you owe her an apology. Kepler's hype is disappearing. I don't think this is an unpopular opinion, but I just haven't heard many people say it. Despite being one of the most active 4th-gen groups, they still don't feel like actual contenders for Rookie of the Year. With so many monster rookie girl groups debuting this year, it feels like Kepler have gotten left behind. Summer 2022 was meh, but Up was probably one of the best summer comebacks, but the difference in presence is very apparent. Maybe it's because people are less willing to stand produce groups. Maybe there's external factors that I'm just not seeing, but I don't think their hype now is nearly as big as it was during their debut. I think it's worth mentioning that I myself am not drawn to them as much anymore either, and even I don't know why. I hope they continue to have more digestible songs like Up. I think this sound suits them better than the unnecessary experimental sound. Aespa do not make good music. We need to be real with ourselves, but Aespa don't make good music. The majority of their music is not good. The B-sides on their first mini-album were almost all lower tier, and even the songs that I listened to the most from it are just okay. Their titles are always lacking to me. Either there's too much going on or not enough going on. Girls is definitely their worst title track. It's exhausting, and I'm so over the whole Kwangya thing. Their songs being unnecessarily filled with Kwangya references is getting old. I think they're really popularizing this idea that you should have to listen to a song a bunch of times for it to be good. No, that's not the case. You shouldn't have to listen that many times for you to decide it's a good song. At that point, it's you just trying to convince yourself. Like, I will give them credit for ICU. I think that is probably their only genuinely good B-side, and I honestly don't even mind Illusion. Life's Too Short was a step in the wrong direction. The song sounds outdated. Something I could fully see being released in 2015 or 2016. Their genuine lack of stage presence doesn't help either. SM need to give them better music. End of discussion. Chaeyoung is an ace in Twice and probably the ace. Chaeyoung never gets the credit she truly deserves, but she's getting it from me today. She's not the strongest in each category, but I think she can at least nicely execute dancing, singing, stage presence. She oftentimes is the member who covers lines for members who are absent, and that is for good reason. She's not the strongest vocalist, but I think she's one of the stronger vocalists in Twice. I'd actually put her after Jungyeon. Also, she's stunning. K-pop is becoming oversaturated with girl groups. K-pop is becoming oversaturated in general, but because I mostly only stan girl groups are only talking about that. I feel like there is a new girl group coming out every week to the point where it's hard to keep up. I love girl groups, so it does sound odd to say, but I think there needs to be a pause on the influx in girl groups. I think the oversaturation is more visible with girl groups because girl groups are becoming bigger than boy groups, which that I'm very happy about, but I think not enough quality music is coming out of these new groups, that the amount of debuts just feels unnecessary and just for the money. Out of all the debuts this year, I can say I only liked 3 of the bodies of work, that being SSERAFIM, New Jeans, and I've specifically loved IVE and Royal. It's getting hard to keep up with all of these new groups, and when they aren't making good music, it's not really worth getting invested. Companies need to invest more into the actual music for these groups rather than trying to keep with the trends or focus so much on the visuals. Apink Chobam is iconic and deserved more attention. So the next couple of opinions are kinda just my random thoughts, not necessarily unpopular. First is Copycat by Chobam is so iconic. It was simple yet effective. The concept felt very much like old K-pop and the execution was flawless. One of my favorite releases this year. Tomboy by Idol was not one of their strongest releases, and I think it's time we get real about it. I won't talk about the rap because ... we all know. They've had stronger releases, to be honest. Still think Oh My God has yet to be beat. The styling was cute, I give them that and only that, but this falls on the weaker side for title tracks by them. Even though Sunmi is a soloist, I thought I'd add her for positivity. Heartburn is probably her strongest release since Siren. I thought Noir was good, and I also liked You Can't Sit With Us minus the rap, but Heartburn feels more like Sunmi pre-COVID and I really prefer that sound. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching and leave your own opinions in the comments. I hope this didn't make anyone upset, but again, it's just K-pop, it's not that deep. Like and subscribe, and remember that leaving nasty comments won't change how I feel. Also again, don't come for my editing, this is literally my second video, so don't come for me. I do not own any of the videos used here.